All right, good Thursday morning, everybody. I'm Jared Klein here at the 29 News Digital Desk with the Morning Rush. Let's start things off this morning with this police pursuit in Albemarle County. Charges are pending against a driver who led police on a chase Wednesday. Police say the chase started with state troopers trying to pull over a driver on 5th Street Extended for an unknown reason, and multiple cars were hit in the pursuit, including a state police cruiser. After the driver made it onto I-64 around noon, law enforcement surrounded their truck. There's a lot of interest in the race for Virginia's 7th House District. A number of people are running, with Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger leaving the seat to run for governor. The deadline to file is April 4th, so more candidates may still apply. Primary voting is in June. A GoFundMe launched by customers of Reed's Super Save Market has raised more than 20 grand for the struggling store. Price increases and a change in the overall grocery business are blamed for empty shelves in recent months. Sue Clements with Reed's encourages customers to keep stopping by as the store continues to recover. And Valentine's Day is right around the corner. The Orange County Animal Shelter has something fun to help you shed away any bad feelings about your ex. It's called Love Stinks. You simply write your ex-lover's first name or initials on a piece of paper, and that's then put into a cat's litter box. It is a $10 donation per name, and if you would like to donate, a link is on 29news.com.
Okay. We're going to segue now into the environment. All right, so there's been discussions about wind turbines and solar panels being bad for, wind turbines, birds, for example, and then toxic, the solar panels being toxic. So some fact checkers took this to task. So do wind turbines kill birds and bats? So this is partially true. So yes, they can kill both bats and birds. But the important part in question is how many they killed. So they really, in comparison, they don't kill as many as, like, for instance, a study published in 2024 found that wind farms had no statistically significant effect on the counts of birds. Other sources like fracking, though, reduced the total number of birds counted near a shale or oil production site by 15%. So when you compare like other kind of energy sources, it's far less.
Okay.
So it's partially true. Okay. Do solar panels contain toxic materials? And will they leach out into the rain? So this is false, despite the fact that some states have gone so far to ban the use of these materials. There's no evidence that it's, it really is that toxic.
That's true,
yeah. And then will wind turbines hurt nearby property values? This is partially true. I guess it makes sense. I mean, do you really want to be looking at a big wind turbine?
Yeah.
So that kind of makes sense. Will worn out solar panels overwhelm dumps with waste? This is also false when you think of how much trash people produce. It is far less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then do wind turbines create harmful low frequency noises? That's false, evidently. I've never heard of that, but.
Yeah.
So, and then will solar farms use up all of our farmland? This is false. No solar will not use up all the farmland we need. So the National Renewable Energy Laboratory estimates that for the U.S. to move completely to carbon neutral power will require about 10,000 square miles of land. So that's it.
In the grand scheme of things.
In the grand
scheme
of things.
The entire United States.
Right.
That's like a little, well, I don't know how big the U.S. is, but I can only imagine
a lot
bit
bigger than that. So it really isn't that bad for the environment, as people, some people believe.
Yeah.
So these, they're good resources for energy resources. Okay. Oh my gosh, this kind of gives me a little like PTSD from high school, the SAT. So, was it digital for, it was all on paper, right?
It was
like the
on
bubble?
paper, yeah.
The bubble. Okay, so the digital SAT launched internationally last year, and the digital PSAT debuted in the U.S. last fall. Well, the final stage of the digital shift is happening this spring, when students in the U.S. will take the SATs using their personal or school-provided laptops or tablets via an app called Blue Book. I can't even imagine that. I like the paper.
I do. I feel like there's something satisfying about coloring in the different bubbles.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's easier for me to flip through the pages to go back if I have to read a passage anyway.
Exactly, yeah.
So a few other significant changes coming this year to the SAT is the test will be adaptive, so a student's performance in the first half of each section will determine the difficulty level of the second half, with scores calibrated to match the level of difficulty. I don't know, that's interesting. I don't know what that means, but are they making it easier? I don't know.
I don't know.
It will be a little more than 2 hours long, roughly an hour shorter. What? It's shorter. That's nice.
That is nice.
I mean, tests will have shorter reading passages and more concise math questions. What is going on?
I know.
It was so hard when we took it.
Where was this when we were in school? Right?
Really? Lucky kids. Okay, the test will be changing in March, but some worry that not everyone knows about it. So counselors are really pushing in school to let kids know that this is happening.
Now, when we were in school, we also had the Virginia SOLs, standardized tests.
Yes.
Yeah, which also had the bubbles and everything.
Yes, then the kids still have those.
We still have those, right? But that was moving to computers when I was in school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll have to ask my kids. I just assumed it was the bubble.
It was the bubble, but then we started, I think they were still testing it when I was in school, like moving it to computers.
Yeah. Oh, I think they
yeah.
are on computers now.
Yeah.
That's
Less paper, but
less paper.
I do prefer the paper version.
Yeah, I'm a paper person. I gotta feel anyway.
Yeah.
Times are changing. That's for
yes.
sure. All right, and then just to end on this, these are some really amazing pictures, snapshots through the year that CNN collected. I mean, the polar bear. Look at that. Is that just not? It's incredible what you can capture in nature. I mean, this is another. That is beautiful. I'm not really sure what that is.
I guess
It's a bat or it's birds.
birds forming a bird.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
The outline of it?
Do you see?
Well, you said you didn't know what it was.
Yeah, do you see that, Jen? This is like I mean, that's just adorable.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So, anyway,
Yeah.
thought those were.
It'd be fun to be a nature photographer, but the places you have to go to be one.
And the patience.
The
I mean, they
patience you have
probably
to
waited
have.
days just to snap that.
Yeah.
You know, find it and stay still and.
A lot of it's just based on luck. You just happen to be there at the right moment
Yeah.
to get that picture.
I think so.
All right. Pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. We are reaching 57 today and then warming up for the weekend with a high of near 70 on Saturday with a few showers. And then we have a better chance of rain on Monday with highs in the 50s. And we're cooling off a bit for early next week, but we're still a lot warmer than where we typically are this time of year. I hope you guys have a great Thursday out there. We'll see you again on 29 News at noon.